A lot of movie screens called Image Nation. That's what they do. So they can definitely help you out with that. And I'm looking at health. I'm thinking about that health fair. If y'all can actually just do like sports competitions, that's helping them self. Silly stuff we used to do, three-legged races and stuff. That's fun. All right. But to piggyback off of that, because we're talking about communications, we're talking about these different events that we're trying to get the word out to the community, and also making sure that we kind of target the local community, the local zip codes, because it's easy to talk about the broader of Brooklyn and other people that come and visit the park. How do we make sure we keep the local communities activated and involved? So one of the things that came up was making sure we reach out to a lot of the local schools. So we have a list of different organizations that are already associated with Partnership for Parks, or they are, partners of Partnerships for Parks. But I really only saw about 1 or 2 schools on that list. So we're going to start to look in how many middle schools, elementary, junior high, and high schools are actually within the zip code and neighboring zip codes that relate directly to the park. And, what percentage of those schools should we, make our goal to have activated and a part of these meetings on a regular day-to-day basis. Which also brings us to April 21st, the park cleanup. So Alethea made a suggestion about reaching out to some of these different schools, some of these youth groups and organizations that are in the community, and working through them, having the churches kind of organizing these different groups, teaming up with these different youth groups to have them be the cleanup teams for the park. So that way it can be very youth orientated and youth led. So now we also start to get the younger generation into this process, into civic engagement, and they can see how the everyday things that we do in our regular lives are related to local politics as well. What else is on this? Zip code e-blast. Yes, we started talking about communication in general. Of course, we got the Twitter, the Instagram, the Facebook, and the website. We can have all of these things. It means nothing if we don't actually have the network that's already funneled towards these things. So making sure that we're doing proper outreach. Basic things, street teams are always the best. With all this social media, face-to-face is still the best way for us to communicate, because once I tell you something, then you want to go online and do the follow-up work, right? So we're talking about maybe, once every 3 months when the seasons change, spring, summer, fall, and winter, going out and having a street team go out and doing community outreach, handing out, actual printed out stuff about the different events that are also coming up. But with that event, which is also kind of the draw, like when we promote Afro-Punk, when we promote International African Arts Festival, we're also passing out information. But hey, Partnership for Parks is also hiring. So if you're looking for a job, come on in here. That's how you get it. So we're going to be passing out multiple information at the same time to get the local community involved. Did I miss anything?
Good job. Good job.